Last word with Lawrence O'Donnell on Facebook or President Obama. His party took a beating in the midterms. His trip to Asia not as successful as the White House had hoped. Well, now the president is back at the White House, keeping a low profile today at least, as the newly elected Republican power players set their sights on pushing him out in 2012. Sophia Nelson is a Jet magazine political columnist, a writer and contributor for the Griot and the Washington Post as well. Good to see you today.
Good to see you, Contessa.
Sophia, do you think that, say you've got the lame duck session now prepared to deal with tax cuts, the president still has, as we're speaking now, a democratically controlled House. Is that something he can prevail on?
Probably not, because I think that he wants to reach out, as I talk about in my piece. He wants to work with the Republicans on the tax cuts. He wants to work with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. He wants to try to move some things, and I think that what's going to happen on these tax cuts, Contessa, is they're going to find a way to accommodate one another going into the new Congress, so that there is at least a dialogue that's positive on both sides where they can try to get some things done.
So my question is he going to do that, work with Republicans at the expense of his Democratic base?
No, I don't think he can do that. He has to do an interesting kabuki dance. He has to keep his base intact, and he also has to move a little bit to the center in terms of what the voters told us on November the 3rd here, that they wanted, I think, the president to moderate himself a little bit.
And what about health care? I mean, this was one of the cornerstones of the work he's been doing the last 2 years, the fact that he was able to get that reform passed. Is that in jeopardy now?
Well, I think one of the things I talk about in the Jet piece that's on Stands today is that this Republican Congress, and with a lot of Tea Party support, etc., and I think they feel they have to repeal health care, while at the same time I think the president is very clear that that was a top priority and it's something that he thinks is important to the American people. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think parts of it may get repealed back, but I'll be interested to see if it all gets repealed back.
Sophia, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Bill Clinton is following in